Why, hello, and welcome to this episode, and also Happy New Year. It's been a while since I uploaded an episode, but with 2021, I am committed and dedicated to uploading more regular, so you can expect an episode every single week this year. So, with that being said, now it's 2021. And although this year hasn't really started off great, because in the UK it's a national lockdown until at least mid-February, and I think we all know that it's just going to go on a little bit longer than that. But I still want us all to feel pumped and hyped going into this new year, even more than we usually would, because I think it's very much needed, isn't it? Yes, it is. So obviously it's really not great with what's going on in the world, but this is out of our control. So with the things in our life that we can't control, what do? What we do is we need to put our focus and put our full attention on the things that we can control. So I want us to stay pumped, to stay positive, to set some goals, to keep wanting more, and to really go hard and work hard on our goals this year, and to make this the best possible freaking year that we can. And I know you want that too. Are you with me on that? I think I hear a yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to share something with you now that I always tell people, and now that I'm a coach, I always tell my clients this as well. So I tell them that instead of creating New Year's resolutions, to instead set New Year intentions. Because the problem with resolutions is that, it's always the thing to do at the beginning of a new year. Everyone gets pumped to start the new fresh year, saying things such as, I'm going to lose some weight, I'm going to the gym and get ripped, I'm going to earn some more money. And this all stems from the excitement that the new year brings. However, once this momentum starts to fade, and as we approach the end of January and enter into February, a lot of people have already given up on these New Year's resolutions. And because this year we're in lockdown, I think it's going to be even more difficult for some people to keep that momentum and enthusiasm going. So, if you set intentions instead, such as weekly intentions, monthly intentions, quarterly, etc., this will keep the momentum going all throughout the year. And this is the same with huge goals that you have for your business, for your income, your health, your relationships, and every other area of your life. If you don't break down those huge goals into smaller baby steps, then this is where you end up hitting a plateau, and some people just end up giving up completely, even before they've begun. So one way to set your goals for the year is to do a vision board. Now, I always do a vision board every single year, but I'm not this year. So last year I did my 2020 vision board, and I put so much onto it. I even said at the time that, it was very ambitious with all the things I put on there. And with COVID and stuff that happened, I've still got a lot to achieve. So that is going to be my 2020/2021 board. So I'm keeping that one for this year. But if you haven't heard of a vision board before, this is where you put all of your goals, all of your dreams and visions that you want to achieve for that year. You can print off photos from Google or magazines and books. You can get quotes, mission statements, and you put it all on one board or one big piece of paper, so that you have everything that you want to achieve all in one place. And then once it's all stuck down, you put it somewhere that you see every day. It's right in your sight every single day, because there's no point putting it in a room where you don't go in any day, because you're not going to see it. The idea is that you put it somewhere that you can always see your goals in sight. And this is the great thing about vision boards, is that you are always consciously aware of them, because it's there, it's available for you to look at. But also, your subconscious mind also takes it in. So when you're walking around the room, you might just glance at it without you even consciously realizing, and that goes into your subconscious mind. So it will always be in the back of your mind, especially if you're like a visual person. So with mine, I put it next to my bed. It's the first thing that I see when I wake up, and it's the last thing that I see when I go to bed. And that's because I don't have a boyfriend. Can you imagine if that was the last thing that I saw when I went to bed? I was like hugging my visualization board instead. But yeah, it's because I'm single. Single as a Pringle. And this is the time that I spend visualizing my end goals and everything that's on there. And you visualize as if you've already manifested it into your life, because that is a crucial part of the process of visualizing. And also, if you journal as well, so if you're doing future self journaling and scripting, you always need to act as if it's already happened, as if it's already in your life, as if you're already living that dream life that you want. So always act as if. Repeat after me. Act as if. Act as if. So once I have my vision board, each month when we have the new moon, you don't have to do this in the new moon. I just follow the lunar cycle. But the new moon is always about new intentions for the month. So this is the perfect time to set new intentions. When we have the new moon, I perform a ritual. And part of this ritual is to break down the big, huge goals that I have by setting monthly intentions which correlate to my vision board. So this then breaks down those big goals into smaller ones that you can accomplish for that month. And as each month passes by, these smaller wins and achievements will get you closer to your overall vision. So it's not as overwhelming, because that's the problem with a lot of people, is they focus on the end goal rather than thinking, okay, well, what steps can I do today which will get me closer to that goal? So it's all about breaking it down into smaller little chunks. So this is a really productive thing that I would highly suggest and invite you to do, to set intentions each month which get you closer to your bigger vision that you want for your life. And then once you've set your intentions, then it's time to get enthusiastic and into a high vibe each day. Because when you get into this state, you'll be motivated, you'll be more productive, more happy, more fulfilled, and so on and so forth. So you need to look around your environment and your daily routines and things that are in your day-to-day life, and to think of whether this allows you to get into that higher frequency. So I've got a question to ask you. What do you surround yourself with each day within your environment? I'll let you think. Are you surrounding yourself with people that are lifting you up, bringing positivity into your life, and showing you what's possible? Or are you surrounding yourself with people that are just negative all the time, people who drag you down, people who make you feel deflated and just are closed off, not open to new opportunities and new ideas, people that have the same thinking patterns and habits over and over and over and over again, which then doesn't allow you to grow either and doesn't serve you a purpose? And this can be people in your physical circle, or it can be people that you follow online, the content that you read, videos, books you consume. What vibe are all of these bringing to you each day? And this is super important for you to acknowledge and be aware of, because whatever you consume each day, this has an overall effect on your well-being and your energy. And then this will then determine the actions you take that day. And then the actions that you take will be the outcome of your life. You may have heard this before. Whatever you consume and surround yourself with, you become. And this is so, so true. I totally believe this, because, when you're around somebody, when you're with somebody, you vibe off each other. If you hear some bad news on the TV, or if you read something terrible, then your state is immediately effective. You get into a low vibe, you don't feel great. If everything you read and hear every day is consumed with negativity and what's going wrong with the world and what's going wrong with your friends' lives and your family's lives, or Jenny blogs on the internet, if this is all you hear day in and day out about how bad things are going, do you really think this is going to make you feel excited and will motivate you to want more in life? No, of course it's not. But if you wake up feeling refreshed, consuming your mind with inspiring podcasts, YouTube videos, books, if you go out for a run or a walk, do some exercise, if you surround yourself offline and online with people that are uplifting and inspiring, if you go out in nature and hug some trees or something, this is going to make you feel amazing. So I want you to look at these things today that you surround yourself with each day. Look at your environment, and then if they're not serving you a purpose for the good, then it's time to just let it go. Let those go and start inviting things that make you want to grow and thrive in life. Because it's not just going to happen to you. You have to acknowledge these things. You have to take action. And now, because we're in the new year, you can make the change and you can start living your life the way that you desire. Because January always gives us that go-getter vibe and gets us really pumped and energized to start the new year the best way that we possibly can. But I want you to do what I do. I invite you to do what I do. And I take this energy, this new year energy, and I bring it into every day and every month. And I know that anything is possible at any time of the year. It doesn't just have to be January the 1st or January. It can be any day of the year. Yes, you'll still have bad days. I have bad days. But if you become aware of the things that uplift you and bring you back into a positive state, then when you do feel like you're having an off day, if you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling in a great mood today, you'll be aware of what actually uplifts you. So then you can do more of that, which then in turn will make the day a lot better. And remember that every day is a fresh start. It's not just January. Every day is a fresh start. But your life is only going to change if you decide to change. You won't be at the place you want to be if you just sit around every day watching Netflix from morning, noon to night. You won't get there if you have WhatsApp group chats with people who are just complaining all day long about things that are just not necessary at all. You won't get where you want to be if you don't get up and set yourself some intentions and then go after it. This is the only way your life is going to change for the better. So I want you to get excited, get super duper excited for your future. And today is the day that you decide to make that change. Because whatever you do today affects your tomorrow. And your future self will 100% thank you for the actions that you take today. And I want you to believe deep down in your heart that you have what it takes to achieve anything that you want, no matter, even if it seems so big, whatever you want to do. Don't think about the how. Don't think of how is it going to happen? How am I going to get there? The most important thing is that you want to do it and you know that you're capable of it. And it doesn't matter if the people around you in your current day-to-day life are just laughing at you or saying things such as, oh, you're never going to get there, in your dreams and stuff like that. Because this is what is going to differentiate you from them. This is what differentiates successful people to unsuccessful people. And you'd be so surprised that the majority of the time, these negative Nancy people who try to hold you back in the beginning and who say that it's not possible for you, they're going to be the ones that end up asking you how you got there and will want your advice so they can do the same. So don't allow other people, don't allow fear or external factors or other beliefs that you might have to keep you stagnant and stuck in life, because you can do it. I've been there. I was so super duper shy. I had zero confidence. I had negative people in my life that were trying their very best to make me feel so low and making me believe that I was in dreamland and stuff because of things that I wanted. So for years, I just allowed myself to accept it and to be in that position, and I didn't go for my dreams. And looking back now, I wish that I would have just listened to my intuition and stuff, but obviously you can't change the past. But I'm just so glad that I woke up, and then now, years and years later, I have the ultimate confidence. I don't surround myself with negative people. I have my own coaching business. I'm on YouTube. I have a podcast. I remain totally aligned with the bigger vision that I have for my life. And I also help people all over the world to do the same. And I've achieved all of this as a single mum of two wonderful little kitty winkies. So if I can do this, and if this was possible for me, then you can do it too. And those people that I surrounded myself with that were holding me back and just didn't want to see me succeed in life, only because they didn't have a bigger vision for their life. And that's, the big problem is when you're around people and surrounded by people that are just not on your wavelength and just want totally different things and just have a completely different mindset to you. But now, they look at me and they're like, oh, she actually did achieve this. She has gone for a dream. She's a completely different person to who she was back then. And even last week, I had somebody saying that I intimidate them because of how much that I've changed and grown. Because now, they see me as this strong, independent, strong-willed woman. And before, I was just a naive, scared of everything little girl that just did anything that anybody asked of me. And this is why I just love inspiring other people that were in the same position as me back then. So it's all about shifting your perception and your mindset, surrounding yourself with positivity, believing in your abilities, feeling the fear, because you will feel the fear, but feeling it and doing it anyway. And it doesn't matter if you failed at something before, because for some people, this is the thing that holds them back most of the time, because they don't want to fail at life. They don't want to fail at things. They are afraid of failure in itself. But you need to understand that we're always going to fail at sometimes. The hugely successful people still fail because it's inevitable, because life isn't linear. And if you do fail, failure is all part of success, because when you fail, what you do is you take the lessons that you learned along the way with you. And the next time you try something, you know what to try next time. And you also know the things that you can avoid. And each time that you fail, the only thing this does is it makes you stronger and it makes you even more resilient. So in essence, it's a good thing. Failure isn't a bad thing, because it allows you to grow. It allows you to evolve in ways that you wouldn't even think of. So step out your comfort zone and start going for the things that you want in life, even if they scare you. As the saying goes, do something that scares you every day. Because if you do this, this is going to help you grow. It's going to help you become more confident, more empowered, and it's going to make you feel so, so powerful. And this will be the proof to your future self that you have what it takes to do anything that you want, and that you have what it takes that you can put your mind to anything at all. You need to realize that your past and the past version of you doesn't dictate your future, because we are forever evolving. Your future can be whatever you want it to be, just as long as you want to keep growing, just as long as you have some clarity around where you want to be, set some inspired intentions to get you to this place, and to finally take action. All about taking action. And whatever you are capable of is on the other side of fear. And you're not going to know what you're truly capable of until you step out of your comfortable place, you get rid of your little comfortable little furry blanket, and you step into the unknown, and you step into the uncomfortable. And who knows what you're going to learn along the way. You may even be surprised at the things that you realize about life, and also the person that you become on the journey. And the most important thing is to enjoy the journey. Yes, the destination is where everyone is heading and where they want to go. And a lot of people just focus on the destination. They forget about the journey in itself. But the journey is the most exciting and the most rewarding part of it, because you can feel when the shift happens. And if you can allow yourself and accept that life and success isn't linear, you'll have days where you're unstoppable, you'll get a lot done, you'll feel great about the way things are, you'll feel great about yourself and how things are going. But you'll also have days where you feel like you can't do this, you feel like that you're not making progress and that you might want to give up. This is all part of the journey and the process. Life is an up and down cycle, and you'll go off course sometimes, you'll go off track sometimes, but it's still going to carry on because you know deep down that this is what is required for you to get to your end goal. You're not going to get there if you just give up at the first hurdle, if you give up at the second, the third, or even the 100th hurdle. It's all part of the human experience that we always come across challenges and obstacles, because that's life. It's a part of life, and no matter what you go through, it's just super important that you ensure that you take care of yourself on all levels. So this is taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because when you take care of yourself, this will be a projection of your external world. And if you do these things, you will shift your perception, you will shift your mindset, and you will have the right attitude to move forward in your life, knowing that one day in the very near future, you will achieve your goals. So to set yourself up for the long term, this is what you need to do. You need to prepare for these days where you are feeling at your worst, you're feeling at your lowest. Because like I said, life is up and down, it's not plain sailing, it's not a long, straight, clear road. But if you can get yourself to a place of where you can accept that things aren't going to be great all the time, you're going to have days where you're feeling unmotivated, or you'll have things thrown at you, challenges and obstacles will come your way, because they will, it's going to happen. But when you do have these days, you'll know exactly what you need to do in order to get back on track, because the longer that you beat yourself up about things, the less likely it's going to be that you're going to reach your goals in the space that you want to. So accept that you're not always going to be on track. I want you to see life as a car journey. So get yourself into the driving seat, buckle yourself in, and prepare yourself for the journey, because it's not going to be a smooth journey. It's going to be a bumpy ride. You'll come across potholes. In my case, a lot of them, not in life, but when I'm driving, I just, for some reason, just go through a lot of potholes, and I'm like, boom, 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 boom. You'll also come across speed bumps. You'll have diversions, and sometimes you'll be stuck in traffic along the way. But you will also see beautiful sunsets. You'll have breeze flowing. You'll have breeze flowing through your hair, through the windows. The sunshine will be on your face. You'll be driving down straight, smooth, long roads through the countryside with no other cars around, no other distractions around you. You'll have times when the traffic lights are just working for you and they just go green all the time. You have to take the good with the bad. But it's also important how you respond and react to these things that happen to you. So, when you're in traffic, how do you react and respond to that situation? Do you get angry and frustrated and start beeping your horn? Or do you just enjoy the moment, look outside, you've got your music with you, you've got a nice latte with you, and you're going to get to your destination at some point? So it's all about your reactions and your responses to those days when you're not having a great day. So when you're not having such a great day, you can't just get out your car and leave it in the middle of nowhere, and you can't just leave it in the middle of the road. So what do? You keep going. You keep driving. You keep driving, knowing that you will get to the destination at some point, no matter how long it takes. And this is the real goal. The real goal is to keep going regardless. And this is what's going to make you become the best version of you that you can possibly be. And this is also what's going to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. So I want you to bring this mentality into this new year, to understand that life and success isn't linear, but the difference between those people who are successful and end up crushing their goals and making progress versus the people who stay stuck and stagnant and end up giving up. It's not about luck. It's not about magic. No one's waving a magic wand and sprinkling some little magic dust over the people that are successful. It's all about the mindset that you adopt, and also by having a proactive approach to everything that you do in your life. And I 100% believe in you. And I know deep down you believe in yourself as well, but you're just scared. You're afraid of the unknown, just as we all are at times in our life. It's called being human. We're not robots. And I know that you're so much more capable of achieving your goals than you think you are right now. So I want you to take this fire. I want you to take the passion that you have within you right now. And I want you to go and set yourself some intentions for the next week, and also the coming months, and also the year, the whole of 2021, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm going to be here for you all throughout the journey, giving you motivation, inspiration, little pep talks like this, and I'll help you get you to where you want to be in your mind and in your life. So with that being said, I've opened up a few spots on my private one-on-one coaching. This is a 90-day one-on-one business coaching program that's going to change everything for you, from your business to your mindset. This is a customized program where it will cater to you and where your business is currently at. We'll dive deep into your mindset and your business, and we'll map out the exact strategy you need to take you to the next level in all areas, where you're getting consistent clients and income coming in each and every month, and where your mindset is on point. You've got a CEO mindset. You're feeling powerful and confident, knowing that you can achieve exactly what you want to achieve. So if this sounds like something that you need and want to do, go to my website, www.cherylife.co.uk, where it will tell you more information about what I offer and other things that I offer too. Alternatively, you can send me a message on Instagram. My handle is _Cherylife. And if you send me a message, we can schedule a call and see if we are a great fit for working together. And a reminder to you, there's only a few spots available. So if you do feel aligned to finally get yourself to that place, then this is definitely for you. I would highly suggest that you just message me and I'll tell you more about it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. So I want to say cheers to 2021, you beautiful souls, and let's make this a magnificent year. Let's do this thing together. I'll see you soon.